Hey y'all, it's Jody May. Thanks for watching another What's for Dinner Easy Meal Ideas. You guys, this here was a super easy week, but it has been very stressful trying to get moved, so I hope you bear with me as we get this process done. This week we had meatloaf and shepherd pie boats. For this dinner we had some meatloaf, green beans, and mashed potatoes. For this recipe you're going to need 1.5 pounds of hamburger, some green beans. These are fresh from the garden. Well, they're not fresh from the garden, but they are from the garden. Some crackers. I'm using the off-brand of Ritz crackers. Some instant potatoes, some onion, some bell peppers, 2 eggs, some minced garlic, some Worcestershire sauce, and some steak sauce. Now to start off, I just take the green beans, I put them in a pan, and I put about 2 tablespoons of butter. I ended up having about 1 teaspoon of the minced garlic, and then I added about 1 teaspoon of all seasoning. And y'all, I did something a little different this time. I went ahead and sauteed my vegetables first before I put them into the meatloaf. So here I'm just adding about 1 tablespoon of butter, about 1/4 cup of the chopped onion, and about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of the bell peppers, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire, and 1 teaspoon of steak sauce, and I let that simmer down. Y'all, that turned out the best way of doing my meatloaf. I'm telling you, the flavor was unbelievable. So here I'm just mixing up 2 eggs, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Then I will put in the cooked vegetables, and then of course the crackers and my Worcestershire, and then I'll just mix that really well. Now I don't smash it together, you know, goo it all up and all that kind of stuff. I'm just really kind of folding it in, just so I don't over mix the hamburger. That way it's not like really tough per se. And then when I put it into the pan, I just fold it out into a log. And y'all, I love doing my edits outside because I have the birds out here. They're so cool. I put it in the oven at 350 for about 45 to 50 minutes. And then I take it out and I put the ketchup on the top, and then I'll smear it in really good. And then I put it back in for the remainder of the 15 minutes. Y'all, this dinner was absolutely amazing. I hope you guys try sauteing your vegetables first because it really does enhance the flavor. For this dinner, we had shepherd's pie boats. Y'all, I forgot to video this, but this here is just a beef roast. It was about, I don't know, 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. And I am just going to put in some frozen vegetables in this because I am making shepherd's pie boats. But anyhow, I had this in the, whatever you want to call this, pressure cooker, Instapot, whatever. I put it in there. It's been in there for about 1.5 hours on the meat stew setting. So it's pretty tender, as you can see. But now I am just going to add in the frozen vegetables and let this cook down a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add in my corn and my green beans. And I'm just going to let them sit in there and cook for probably another 30 to 40 minutes on the meat stew setting. Now here I just put in 5 about medium-sized potatoes. I'm going to let them boil until the insides are done. That way I can cut them in half and scoop out the insides. Okay, now I've already taken the meat out. I let it go for another 25 minutes. Now I'm just going to add in probably 1/2 can of these crushed and peeled tomatoes. The other can I will put in the other half I'll put in the fridge for another recipe. I'm going to put the lid back on this and let this go for another 20 minutes. And the potatoes are about done, and then we'll assemble these. Now here's just where I took the roast out, and I just went ahead and shredded it really good, and then I'll add it back in shortly. Now the potatoes are already cooked, and all I'm doing here is, well, first of all, I put them in really cold water just to get the outsides a little bit cooled off so I can handle them because the insides are still really hot. Now all I do is I scoop out the center. I try not to take out all the potatoes. That way it still has a little bit of a firm round edge to it. That way when I get ready to fill them. Now once I have all the insides scooped out, I'm just going to add a couple tablespoons of butter, a little bit of pepper, and about 1 teaspoon of my seasoning mix. I add in about 2 tablespoons of milk, and then I just mash them all up because I will be taking a couple teaspoons of this and adding it into the soup. Okay, now I have just added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the mashed potatoes to thicken it up. And after I shredded up the roast, I actually put it back into the sauce. Now I'm going to mix it up really good. Let it sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes just to thicken up a little bit. And we'll get these assembled. Y'all, these were super easy to make. Now all I'm doing here is I'm just filling each one of the potato skins up with the filling. Then I will add mashed potatoes on each one, and then a slice of cheese on each one, and then I will bake it at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes, just long enough for the cheese to melt and get all bubbly and gooey, and it came out perfect. You guys, I hope you guys try this recipe. If you do, please let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.